Hi Libra, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot. Today we're going to be doing your love and money tarot reading. We're going to start with an oracle card just to get an idea of where the energy is going. And you guys, this is timeless. So the idea is whenever you see it, that's when it's meant to occur. And that being said, of course, be discerning, right? So only take it if it empowers you. That's what this channel's all about. If you'd like for me to pray for you, and if you'd like other Libras and cross watchers to pray for you, simply say hello in the comment section or leave an emoji, whatever you're more comfortable with. It just gives us a chance to focus on something that directly links to you. All right, only love and light in this space, you guys. We start with a message of drive, get going. This is a very amped up card, and it comes with this hand gesture that you can do to empower the message, and it's simply that, right? So here it is, even though it's probably backwards in your view, but there it is. And the mantra is, I'm bursting with energy. This mudra, it's a great tonic to help you get out of bed in the morning or as a pick-me-up during the day. And it comes with a little ritual if you choose to do it. First of all, open the window and drink a glass of water, rub your hands vigorously, and then clap them together loudly. Now interlock the fingers, and with both hands, turn them out so the palms are facing outwards. Stretch your arms forwards, downwards, do a little dance. So that is drive, get going. So it sounds like already we've got a lot of energy popping out of your reading. We're going to start with money. We're going to have one column for money right here. We're going to have one column for love. Let's see what's going on for Libra. If you can, please hit that like button on your way in. Thank you so much. And if you've been here before, you guys, and you like it, then this is already your crew. This is already your community. Feel free to subscribe. All right, so Libra money. So money, of course, encompasses career stability. Libra financial, the time of seeing this. Nice, we have your energy out here with the Justice card. It's always a good card to get, especially with money as well. I'm actually going to put these like this. Leaving something behind. Our first card was Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups is actually a really interesting card, because it suggests that you might be turning around and leaving something behind that maybe at one point you really clung on to emotionally for support, or it gave you a sense of purpose at one point, but for some reason it's not doing that any longer, at least to the extent that these hills in the beyond look a lot more interesting. Like it's a leap of faith type of card. Let's find out a little bit more about that. Okay, that wants to come out. I'm going to put that out sideways because I saw it flip upright and then flip upside down. Something that you were working on, regardless of like the good intentions attached to it, wasn't working out. And financially speaking, it might have been leaving you a little bit desolate, like not giving you enough money, basically. That Nine of Cups that flew out both ways, this was like it. You feel that it had potential to make you really happy. We've got it sideways here because it's like there's a little part of you, I think, that believes that it still had the possibility, but at any point you decided to leave it. What is this? And you might be in midst of deciding. What's this Page of Swords? Be aware that any information you might be coming across at this time regarding that, you want to make sure you get all the details. Because if you take just the surface information, and by surface information, I'll give you a couple of examples. These can be like, when we watch quick short reels that are informative, like on TikTok or YouTube, you know, they don't have the time to dive into anything into detail all that much. So there's a lot of nuances that might be missed. And that's no slam against whoever's making the reel. It's just simply like you only have a little bit of time. So they only hit the hot points. Gossip can go under the energy of Page of Swords. And so first impressions, right? There's more underneath the surface. So regarding this situation, it's actually that surface information and whatever context you're finding it in that can disconnect you to the real information that you are inherently connected to, our intuition. And I'm saying that, I'll show you what cards came out. Here's our Page of Swords talking about kind of shallow information, right? Need more details. And here attached to that is our High Priestess, our intuition card upside down. So be wary of what you're allowing yourself to be influenced right now by. Now let's get into the Justice card and the rest of your reading, because I think it's going to shed a lot of light on that. All right, so those flew out kind of funny. I always like to watch how they fly and listen to that behavior. Those flew out together and they need to be read together. Okay. Who's this King of Pentacles? They're coming out in pairs. Bear with me. Seven of Pentacles. And Page of Cups. Love that Page of Cups energy. Bear with me. There's a strong independence coming through your reading. And if you're curious, if you're in a position, Libra, where you're like, do I listen to myself? Do I launch on this business? Do I kind of just take a leap of faith and do this one thing that I've wanted to do for a long time? It's looking really good for you. It's looking really like you could benefit from long-term rewards, long-term stability. It's something that you're still in the midst of envisioning with the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles. But I feel like I'm putting the cart before the horse a little bit, because we have this character over here. The King of Pentacles is somebody who came out with the Justice card. Now the Justice card, it's Libra energy for sure. It's also energy that talks, it's like about a karmic balancing. In a financial reading, it could suggest that there's reciprocity, like the work you're putting into something, you might get out. Or if it can also suggest like anything legal, contractual is at play here. There was something that failed to move forward. It wasn't necessarily the success that it was promising. Now, this could have been attached to a person making an offer. Maybe it was like a creative idea or project. Maybe it was like the possibility of working with somebody on a passion project, or just simply there's an emotion attached. So it could have been kind of, with the cups, it connects to our emotion and it connects to creativity. Either way, this didn't really get off the ground. And so what I see here is that things are going to be leveled out, and it's going to be, basically, it's going to start feeling a little more fair. If things have felt a little wonky or unjust, a little imbalanced, this is a good sign that things are actually in the midst of rebalancing. But it's connecting to the Three of Cups, which is basically, I feel like the influences around this situation and how they're transforming. So basically, this is all in flux. That if there's been something contractual, legal, if there's been something that's felt even unfair, it's very much evident in your reading that something has come to a complete stop. It's not going through, and it's attached to an offer coming in. And things are still, give them some patience and some time, because Temperance is a transformative card, and it's all about rebalancing, and it's all about patience. And it's specifically attached to other energies around you. So I'm going to leave that right there, because it's in the middle. It's not defined yet. All you need to know is that patience and balance is important. It's a big, important component. Things are still transforming. And so it's fluid. We do have, though, kind of this pause regarding your finances, your career potentially, and check out your last, if you're considering a career change, I just remembered, it happened to be this is a timeless reading, but it happened to be your July tarot reading, I think, talking about a possible career change. So if that's resonating, that could be really helpful. Here we have it again, this moment where you're pausing and you're taking a look at everything you've done so far, everything you've built. And if you continue like this, what can you expect in the future? 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road? Do you like that picture? Do you like where it will end up? Or does it need to be tweaked? Is it not enough? So this is a place of evaluation. And in this place, you're going to be considering options. So you might be scrolling through job applications. You might be scrolling through, you might be checking out Bitcoin, places you want to invest. This can be different, of course, depending upon your scenario, but it's a place where you are willing to be influenced. It's a place where you're also kind of taking a self-evaluation of your finances, of your life, and asking, is this enough? And it's a really good point of reflection, because only in these points can we make change, right? Because we're willing and open for it. So when I stand back, if I were to just melt this down to a sentence, you're in a really important time of flexibility and insight. I think I feel the need to go back to the importance of be discerning of the information you're being influenced by, because any shallow information where you're just getting an impression, and usually those are triggering in these circumstances, but you're not getting any of the details underneath, that is going to dislodge you from a really important character, which is the high priestess, the intuition. You need that intuition right now, right? Because you don't want to steer forward in this delicate time of malleability without her. She's gonna show you from your gut, from your third eye, where to go. So back to our final point around your I know this is a long financial reading. We're going to get into love really soon. I would like to end it off with, where you least expect to find it, something really delightful is going to be discovered. I say that because we have Page of Cups here. This little fish jumping out of the goblet there, it represents something delightful, something playful, like having fun again. This might be within a partnership with a Lover's card. It's just talking financially speaking. It's talking about a harmonious relationship. But I have a feeling that that might be down the road, because the focus on this right now is building a vision for your future. So if you can build it, they will come. This Magician with the 10 of Pentacles, it's telling you that right now, again, is a sensitive time where you can set up all the pieces for the future that you want. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get into the love reading. Let's just move these aside. Respect the cards and not push them into a pile. Burp, burp, burp. La, la, la. Let's just go like that. Put this deck of cards aside and let's get into a new deck of cards. Love for Libras. Love for Libras. It's early in the morning here, and it's kind of nice because I don't have to compete with the sunlight. But I am absolutely blinded. It's kind of nice because I can't see the camera or anything. Any of you guys are performers, and you know that when you go out on stage, you can't see the audience. You just are blinded by these lights. It helps your nerves go away. At least I think so. All right, one last shuffle. Love for Libras. Of course, I couldn't see you guys anyway. I'd just be looking at myself. Libras, love. All right. Bear with me. Clarity on Two of Swords, clarity on the King of Wands, clarity on the Nine of Cups. Clarity in the Seven of Cups. Whoa, okay. That just, boom, boom. Beautiful. Nice. And then lastly, clarity on the Knight of Swords. Okay. Somebody's making their way towards you, Libra. It's taken them a long ass time, but they're making their way to you. It could be an earth sign, doesn't have to be, but this is somebody who, when they finally get to you, they're going to have a lot to get off their chest, possibly. What they're offering is substantial. It's not flaky. I almost feel like what's keeping their energy so slow is that there's a decision you're going to have to make in love. That I think they can sense you have hesitation or fear around. There's a delayed energy because we've got this Two of Swords. And probably for good reason. Libra, it's tough to make this decision about this individual. And it might be around maybe taking it to the next step. It might be around an apology they need to make. You know, you guys are going to be going through different things, but either way, somebody's got a tough decision to make here. And it's tough because fear is usually working in the background to kind of blind them or you, whoever it is, from their intuition, from that moon energy, right? Intuition always has that sliver of moon. It's always got a moon right there behind her. She's got this blindfold on and she can't see where that moon is. And it's usually because there's fear of making the wrong decision, fear possibly of what's around the corner, whatever it is. But then we have this totally contrasting energy of like victory, of triumph, of fast-moving energy connected to this Knight of Pentacles. So these are complete contrasts. The Knight of Pentacles in their nature is careful, strategic, and very down to earth. That what they're offering is of value, right? It's thought out, it's not impulsive. And then we've got this real determination, triumphant, fast-moving Chariot. So it feels like somebody wants to help you make that decision. And I think they've been trying to strategize how to approach you in the right way. Because for some of you, this is something you aren't even talking about really on the surface of things. And it's something that maybe you've alluded to, they've alluded to, you've danced around conversations. It's like, okay, we know what's going on. But I think that this person wants to make a genuine effort towards you and wants, of course, it to be a success. There's a character coming up in your reading here. It could be you or somebody else. They're coming up as the King of Wands. This is a visionary. This is somebody who's looking out at their relationships and what they're building in the future, getting inspired. This is a make it happen energy. This is could be a fire sign. It could be this individual. But it could be also just what does a relationship look like in my future? Trying to get an idea of like, what does this relationship look like in my future? And it's coming out with the Hierophant card upside down, which means it can look unorthodox. It can look like you're breaking other people's rules. You know, the institution of marriage is encompassed under the meaning of Hierophant. Also religion. Also groups of people. We come around a belief system, right? That's how we make the world make sense. We create these systems of beliefs and then we dedicate ourselves with disciplines around that system. We call it a religion or we call it a faith, you know, or an institution. So anyway, when that comes out upside down, it's talking about, well, maybe we shake it up. We kind of break those rules. We do things our own way. What is that? What else does this mean for this? I like the behavior of these cards. Woo! You know, it's like you consistently have this message in your love reading, Libra, around there could be total abundance here. And then it's met with this I don't know though, the Two of Pentacles, total abundance. So what it's telling me is that you must be in a precipice of doing something differently. Like maybe this relationship could really work. My idea, my vision of love could actually be really successful if I simply like break the rules or do it my own way. It's like looking through a kaleidoscope, and it's the moment you go 2 ticks to the right and the whole vision changes. So then with that in mind, we have a total opposite energy. Now with that realization comes this determination and this confidence, this belief in your convictions. 7 of Wands, believing in something strongly. Like these wands represent doubts, whether they're from within or with outside of you. And he's playing King of the Mountain with those, and he's winning. So it's fighting off any doubt successfully and being really, really happy. If I'm going to melt this down into a sentence so far, Libra, it's saying, hey, think outside the box and believe in what you've experienced so far of yourself and of relationships, and build off of that. So steer away from what everybody else is doing, right? It's going to throw you off your intuition. So there's all these options. And I think that when you, in the state of having all these options, let's use a dating app as an example. This is an environment that you're not going to feel so good in. That is being said by the 7 of Pentacles or 7 of Cups. Having all those options, sometimes that's a really empowering place to be, right? In love, you're like, yeah, I'm the man, I'm the woman, like I'm it. I feel hot. I feel like I'm getting a lot of attention. There's all these options. The world's my oyster. This is not that case, actually. It's going to make you feel a little bit more desolate. Having all those options, it's going to make you feel more outside of what you want. So that's actually really helpful. Feel the feelings because they're going to help you navigate towards what you really want to build. We have love coming through here. Oh, like that freaking cup, man. It's shining, and it came out with this 10 of Pentacles. So the love that's coming towards you right now, it's like, stop paying attention to all the other options. There's something really special coming towards you, and it's long lasting. With the 10 of Pentacles, you can build legacy. You can build a life with this individual, with this love. So lastly, I know this is a long reading, you guys. Usually I do these long readings when I'm doing like extendeds, but not today. We got somebody coming towards you to get something off their chest. I have a feeling very much this Knight of Pentacles, because it's like slow, slow, slow. You know what? Fast, fast, fast. We're just going to talk about it. This is a really important conversation that's going to take place. There's a sense of reciprocity, being understood, being valued, being respected. This person really wants you to feel those things. They really want to get something across to you here. And it's going to place you in a beautiful state of gratitude, the 4 of Swords, and sanctuary of peace. So it's very exciting. I'm sending you off with love and light. Please consider subscribing, joining the family, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.